I wanted to talk about another interesting classical fragrance. It is one of the vintage 80s and 90s scents, which is still quite interesting right now, but it is more on the winter side. It is Dior Poison. They have newer flankers Poison Girl and Hypnotic Poison, but this is the OG, the original Dior Poison in EDT. They also have the EDP format for the scent, and it is a perfume with fruity, sweet, amber, white, floral, woody, warm, spicy, tuberose, balsamic, floral, and honey notes. It is a wonderful vintage scent, but it is still very beautiful and incensey for the winter time, even nowadays, for the cold season. And it is an oriental floral fragrance. So it is a fragrance that is an 80s scent, so launched in 1985 by two perfumers, Maurice Roger and Edward Lesher. So these two, of course, are perfumers that worked with the Dior at the time. But of course, nowadays for Hypnotic Poison and other scents, you have different perfumers, as of course some generations have changed in between at this time frame. And when talking about the scent, top notes of plum, wild berries, coriander, anise, Brazilian rosewood, and middle notes of tuberose, incense, white honey, cinnamon, carnation, opoponax, jasmine, African orange flower, and rose, and base notes of vanilla, amber, sandalwood, heliotrope, musk, vetiver, and Virginia cedar means that this is a very complex scent profile, and it is a very plum, well, berry based with heavy notes of sandalwood, amber, vanilla, so a true 80s, a beautiful classic It Girl femme fatale scent. So it is a wonderful scent for extremely elegant women in 80s, in 90s. It was still popular in the 90s, but nowadays I would say that it is a beautiful, elegant, chic fragrance for a wonderful, elegant, chic, classy, elegant woman in the wintertime. So a heavy incense scent, a heavy scent with heavy notes of sandalwood, and quite with significant accents of honey and plum. So it is a sweet scent, incense scent, true incense scent, especially it would be ideal for really cold climates. For winter time with minus 20 degrees frost outside with fur coats, this would be extremely beautiful and elegant. It is a scent with both spices, honey, so gourmand notes, musk, so animalic notes, also woody notes, so cedar, amber, sandalwood, and also berry, wild berries, and plum qualities, along with the spices of coriander, anise. So this is a scent with heavy dose of everything in it, but still it creates this one sole beautiful fragrance in the end, which is a plummy sandalwoody incense scent for the colder season. It is a scent that would be perfect for a very chic gala gown, going to an opera, to very cool wintertime gala dinner, something very chic, very elegant, wearing a fur coat, wearing a nighttime beautiful silk gown, silk dress. That is this fragrance that this is perfect for. Occasion that this particular scent would be perfect for. And EDT is still quite heavy. I would say that there's no point really or need to search for the EDP, because the EDT, even though it is a smaller concentration, is still very heavy for the scent. And for nowadays, for contemporary world, it is more than enough longevity. While sillage West lasts through the whole day, it is sillage quite heavy, so a couple of sprays will last the whole day, will smell very elegant, very chic. But you do have to be dressed up for this scent. You can't just throw on anything, trainers, and think that it will be okay, because this is a scent for the absolutely timeless, chic, classical, elegant woman that needs to be put together, chic and elegant, more on the feminine side than Chanel number 5, more on the elegant evening wear. And I would say that, of course, this scent is still timeless despite the vintage qualities, but you still have to be really dressed up to the nines to be able to carry the scent and the scent not carry you. It is a good fragrance price point, and you can buy it online and also in some perfume stores. You can only mostly get the EDT formulation, and I don't know whether you can get the EDP anymore from the remake of this perfume. You can still try to search some old vintage pieces, vintage perfume scents and decants, and of course for a higher price range, but they would be with the true animalic notes, so not synthetic animalic notes, and they would be even more longer lasting, so eternal in a sense, longevity wise. It is a scent that I would say, despite being remade these days, is still chic and elegant. It is still wearable. It is still very classy, very elegant, very beautiful. I have almost used it up completely in the past years, but it is wonderful fragrance with an interesting bottle. You can get even the vintage pieces of the essence of this particular perfume the same way as for Chanel number 5 and many other vintage pieces that were popular also in 80s and 90s, because those days fragrances were made in higher concentration quite typically, and it was just more universally acceptable to wear fragrance in a heavier quality. So nowadays, even the vintage remakes are still lighter than the vintage pieces, because both the ingredients are typically were finer back in the day, and also because these days it is not as universally acceptable to wear true heavy femme fatale scents that will last you for days, and even perfume essences. So that is less popular nowadays. Nowadays you get a lot of airy light scents that you reapply multiple times a day, but those days you just took a one spray, or for example took a drop of teeny tiny bottle of vintage essence perfume, and it lasts you for multiple days, and it didn't dissipate. So that is the difference. But despite the differences in scent wearability nowadays and then, I still think that you could try to get the EDP version if you really wanted to, but it is more common to find in perfume stores the EDT version, but it's still long lasting for nowadays wearability. It is a wonderful scent. It is true vintage gem. It is something that you could still carry, but as long as you are really truly dressed in very elegant chic outfit, and as long as you carry yourself with some level of grace, respect, and you have to be able to carry this kind of scent and the scent not carry you. So you can't just throw on a pair of jeans, something that it will be enough, because you really have to be dressed as a full to the nines lady to be able to pull this scent off. But the good news is it lasts throughout the whole day. The scent profile is beautiful, many different notes, but they all play together perfectly. It is an absolute masterpiece from the vintage Dior scents. Of course, you can't compare it with nowadays Blooming Bouquet and other fragrances that are popular at the moment, because it's completely different style, completely different wearability. This is a darker, nighttime, longer lasting fragrance. Back in the day, used to be also a fragrance as a signature scent, but nowadays. For the average wearer, this typically would be something that you could only pull off at nighttime and with an elegant occasion to attend to. A lot of people say that this is a stunning, mysterious, gothy, vintagey, very dark fragrance. Some say that it's quite witchy, old rotting plum, beautiful, elegant, but also not as wearable as maybe some other vintage scents. Of course, the Chanel you could wear pretty much anywhere nowadays, even though for some it would still be too offensive, as it is pretty heavy and strong on bergamot. But this is a scent that, of course, you could still pull off as a signature scent, but At the same time, it has very heavy dark qualities, CR that is very long lasting, and a lot of people that have worn it back in the day say that, of course, the older pieces used to last even longer, but at the same time, this is truly a wonderful scent. A lot of people, in accordance to Fragrantica reviews, are obsessed with this scent, especially the vintage edition. And it is a very dark, deep, beautiful scent, and also many people, of course, wore it back in the day. But still, it is a scent that is loved and is truly respected, and it is not a scent that would be forgotten. And it is truly beautiful, spicy, plummy, gothic, dark, interesting, complex, and it is not a scent for just anyone. So you have to be able to carry a scent that is really strong to the core. And I have to say that it is a scent that is more suitable for the evening time, more suitable for the cool season, because the spiciness and intensiness and plumminess would be perfect for the Christmas, for the New Year's Eve. And at the same time, of course, potentially you could offend someone with this fragrance these days. Back in the day, and the tradition was that you could wear heavier scents still, even in corporate setting, but nowadays it would be much trickier. But at the same time, this fragrance is such a statement piece, so if you wear it and someone doesn't like it, well, maybe get rid of them. So that is all. Wonderful scent in the little Apple collection of the Dior fragrances. And of course, they had the Dior Midnight, which has been discontinued. I believe it has some jasmine notes and whiter, more white floral notes. I haven't tried that scent particularly, but I had to try the Hypnotic Poison fragrance, both ADP and ADT. It is different than this, so definitely if you have the chance to try this out in perfume store, you like heavy scents, witness scents, incense scents, you will definitely love the scent, and the quality is amazing. So thanks.